Hello, everyone. This is Liam, the extra large leprechaun for MIIrish.com and Live in the Pub. I would like to welcome you to today's podcast as originally broadcast on Q90.1 Delta College Public Radio and made possible with the production assistance of the White Crow Conservatory of Music in Saginaw, Michigan. If you enjoy today's podcast, we encourage you to visit our Facebook pages and let us know. Like Live in the Pub, Q90.1 Delta College Public Radio, the White Crow Conservatory of Music, MIIrish.com, and our podcast sponsors like BiddyMurphy.com. If you would like to become a podcast sponsor, email us at miirish.com@gmail.com. Now, enjoy your Live in the Pub podcast.
Hi, welcome to Live in the Pub. We're here at the Dirty Tree Pub today, and we are going to listen to some of the Prodigals. We had the Prodigals for one of our Great Lakes Gathering festivals, and they did a superb job. This is a great band. I love what they do. They do a superb job, and I think you're really going to enjoy listening to them. This band does is really exceptional. They have a real great feel for the music. They have their own way of presenting it, and I like it a lot. The Prodigals are Gregory Green, vocals and button accordion, Dave Fahey, vocals and guitar, Alex Green, fiddle, Tryphon Dimitrov, bass, and Brian Tracy, drums and percussion. We have a few guest musicians, Joni Madden on tin whistles and flutes, Matty Mansuso on mandolin, Eric K on bouzouki, and Danny Lipsitz on tenor saxophone. I hope everybody's having a wonderful summer so far. It's kicking off nice, but let's hear some Irish music. Go get yourself a stale stout here at the Dirty Tree. We'll have a good time. Oh, we have to announce the songs here. We're going to start with Home to You. We'll go to Kansas City, Song of Repentance, then Newry Highwaymen. So let's hear the Prodigals.
I find myself in the strangest places that I never planned to be. I see myself in strangers' faces. I see them looking back at me. I see his star on the far horizon, from the winding road, from the restless sea. I hear a voice call across the ocean. It calls me now, it beckons me, it calls me home to you, home to you. It calls me home to you, home to you. It calls me home to you, home to you. It calls me home to you, home to you. These madding demons, led astray by the maddest dreams. I'm tossed and turned in changing seasons, no rhyme or reason, or so it seems. I grope my way and I clutch and fumble. The fool's gold rush softly gleams. I start to stray and I start to stumble. I hear the voice call through my dreams. It calls me home to you, home to you. It calls me home to you, home to you. It calls me home to you, home to you. It calls me home to you, home to you. I say I'm stronger, I say I know what I knew before. I say I'll hew to the path that's longer, but straight and true, and stray no more. If I can only fight this falling, if the rope can bind the siren's cry, if when I hear that mad song calling, I glance and smile, but pass on by, I'll come home to you, home to you, 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 I'll come home to you, home to you. I'm going to Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. Kansas City, ooh, Kansas City, here I come. They got some pretty, pretty women, and I'm gonna get me one. Well, I'm gonna stand round the corner, cross 12th Street and Vine. Stand round the corner, cross 12th Street and Vine, with my Kansas City woman and my Kansas City bottle of wine. All right! Myself a big bad moan. Yes, I went down the market and I bought myself a big bad moan. And then I had some beans and toast, and then I went on. Well, I'm gonna Alabama, Alabama, here I come. Alabama, Alabama, here I come. They got some pretty, pretty women, and woo, I'm gonna get me one. Well, I'm gonna Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. Kansas City, ooh, Kansas City, here I come. They got some pretty, pretty women. Ooh, I'm gonna get me. repenting when all's said and done? Will it stave off the rain? Will it bring back the sun? When the battle is lost and the struggle has won, will it bring back the love that is gone? She stepped away from me, the light in her eyes said farewell to love and bid me goodbye. And the silence is brass, for the word to the wise is I won't hear the word that you say. What's the use in repenting when all's said and done? Will it stave off the rain? Will it bring back the sun? When the battle is lost and the struggle has won, will it bring back the love that is gone? If you said I was false, if you said I'm untrue, you have truth on your side. And what can I do to prove to you now I love only you when our story has told its own tale? But the rain drifting down on the grass and the stone, it's the dew of the heart, it's the salt of the bone. We slept here together, we wakened alone from the dream of the love that is gone. What's the use in repenting when all's said and done? Will it stave off the rain? Will it bring back the sun? When the battle is lost and the struggle has won, will it bring back the love that is gone? I would plead true, for nothing but madness would drive me from you. But what is the use? For whatever I do, will it bring back the love that's gone from me? But I'll light a bright candle to the saint of lost dreams, that the love that is spent might be somehow redeemed, and the ember of hope might yet flicker and gleam, although reason should snuff it away. What's the use in repenting when all's said and done? Will it stave off the rain? Will it bring back the sun? When the battle is lost and the struggle has won, will it bring back the love that is gone? What's the use in repenting when all's said and done? Will it stave off the rain? Will it bring back the sun? When the battle is lost and the struggle has won, will it bring back the love that is gone?
In Newrytown, I was bred and born. In Stephen's Green, now I lie in scorn. I spent me time at the saddler's trade. I always was a roving blade. I always was a roving blade. At 17, I took a wife. I loved her dearer than I loved me life. And so to keep her both fine and gay, I went out robbing on the King's Highway. I went out robbing on the King's Highway. I never robbed a poor man yet, nor lately caused anyone to fret. But I robbed lords and ladies fine, and I carried the gold home to me heart's delight. I carried the gold home to me heart's delight. To Covent Garden I made my way, with my sweet love for to see the play. But the feelings, man, they didn't me pursue. I was taken by that cursed crew. I was taken by that cursed crew. My father cried, oh my darling son. My wife she cried, Lord I am undone. My mother tore her grey locks and cried, in the cradle I should have died. In the cradle I should have died. I want for my grave a flashy funeral, pray let me have 6 highwaymen for to carry me. Give them broadswords and sweet liberty. Give them broadswords and sweet liberty. In Newrytown I was bred and born. In Stephen's Green now I lie in scorn. I spent me time at the saddler's trade. I always was a roving blade. I always was a roving blade.
Yeah, that was the Prodigals, the Brothers album. Wonderful music. I like this band. They have a rock edge to their Irish music. Great vocals, great instrumentation, great band all around. I see Tommy Toad over there. He kind of had an experience last night he probably won't forget. Well, maybe he did forget because, you know, he was here last night. They overlooked him. He was sitting somewhere where people couldn't see him, and he got locked in the pub last night and here at the Dirty Tree, and he decided to take in the spirits, and they found him laying on the floor, you know, a little hungover this morning. They're trying to sober him up. I don't even know if he knows who he is today. But Tommy Toad, you never know what he's going to do next. But we're going to move on here. Things that happened here at the Dirty Tree. Had a few extra stale stouts last night, I think. But anyway, so we're going to move on here to some more Prodigals. If ever you go to Dublin town, tell me, Ma. Tune I'm sure a lot of us know. Snow falls on Derry Cark. And then Mountain Dew. I'm sure some of you have heard that. So, let's listen to that. The Prodigals.
If ever you go to Dublin town in 100 years or so, inquire for me upon Bagot Street and what I was like to know. Ah, he was a queer one, Follow-diddle-I-do, he was a queer one, I tell you. My great-grandmother knew him well, for he asked her to come and call upon him in his flat, and she laughed at the thought of a young girl's lovely fall. Oh, he was dangerous, Follow-diddle-I-do, he was dangerous, I tell you. Look for my ghost on the Pembroke Road, dishevelled with the shoes untied, playing through the railings with the little children whose children have long since died. He was a nice one, Follow-diddle-I-do, he was a nice one, I tell you. Go into a bar and listen well, does my voice still echo there? Ask the men what their grandsires thought and bid them speak him fair. Oh, he was eccentric, Follow-diddle-I-do, he was eccentric, I tell you, for he had a knack of making men feel just as small as they really were, which meant as great as the Lord had made them, but as males they disliked his air. Oh, he was a proud one, Follow-diddle-I-do, he was a proud one, I tell you. If ever you go to Dublin town in 100 years or so, sniff for my personality, is it vanity's vapour now? Oh, he was a vain one, Valladidalido, he was a vain one, I tell you. For I saw his name with 100 more in a book in the library. It said that he had never attained his full potentiality. Oh, he was slothful, Valladidalido, he was slothful, I tell you. But he knew that posterity had no use for anything but the soul, and the lines that speak from the passionate heart, and the spirit that lives alone. So he was a lone one, Valladidalido, he was a lone one, I tell you. Yara, he was a lone one, Valladidalido, yet he lived happily, I tell you. That's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Papa City. She's courting 1, 2, 3, finish with tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her, all the lads are courting for her. Knock at the door and the ring at the bell, say no, my true love, are you well? Out she comes as white as snow, with the rings on her fingers and the bells on her toes. Albert Mooney says he'll die if he doesn't get the girl with the roving eye. Woo! High, the snow come tumbling down from the sky. Well, she's as nice as apple pie, and she'll get her own at by and by. When she gets that lad her own, she won't tell her ma when she gets home. Let the lads come as they will, Albert Mooney she loves still. Woo! The girls along, well, they pulled my hair, stole my comb, that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Papa City. She's a courting 1, 2, 3, please would you tell me who is she? falls on Derry, Cork. Smoke rises in a winding gyre. Turf lights the setting dark. Dream of the sleeping fire. Outside the cold winds blow, but here within this memory's eye, the spirit softly calls in that slow turf glow. Remember, this was I. Remember, this was I, love. Remember, this was I. The spirit softly calls in that slow turf glow. Remember, this was I. Phantom frost, the dappled dew, tinsel rays of the waking sun, dance that road once walked with you, a dance that lingers on. Here through this double door of what is now and what will be, the stone still sings of the love before. Remember this of me. Remember this of me, love. Remember this of me. The stone still sings of the love before. Remember this of me. To go, standing where the memories stand, knowing all they know. Snow falls on Derry, Cork, the hill, the yard, the Lochside too. The wind now whispers in that rising dark. May she dream of you. May she dream of you, love. May she dream of you. The wind now whispers in that rising dark. May she dream of you. May we dream of you, love. May we dream of you. The wind now whispers in that rising dark. May we dream of you.
Let the grasses grow and the waters flow in the free and easy way, but give me enough of the rare old stuff that's made near Galway Bay. Come policemen all from Donegal, Sligo and Leitrim too. We'll give them the slip and we'll take a sip of the rare old Mountain Dew. Aye the dilly, aye the dum, dilly, dum, dilly, up the dum, dum, day. Aye the dilly, aye the dum, dilly, dum, dilly, up the dum, day. At the foot of the hill there's a neat little hill with smoke curls up to the sky. White smoke and smell you can plainly tell there's poaching brewing nearby. For it fills the air with the note to wear that betwixt both me and you. So at home you go, you can take a bowl or a bucket of the Mountain Dew. Hi, the diddly idle dum diddly diddly dum diddly diddly doo dum day. Hi, the diddly idle dum diddly diddly dum diddly diddly doo dum day. High, a sweet poaching from Ireland's green that's made with wheat and rye. Throw away your pills, it'll cure all the ills of a pagan, Christian or Jew. Take off your coat and grease your throat with the bucket of the Mountain Dew. Hi, the diddly idle dum diddly diddly dum diddly diddly dum day. Hi, the diddly idle dum diddly diddly dum diddly diddly dum day. Let the grasses grow and the waters flow in the free and easy way. But give me enough of the rare old stuff that's made near Galway Bay. Come policemen all from Donegal, to Sligo and Leeds from two. We'll give them the slip and we'll take a sip of the rare old Mountain Dew. Hi, the diddly idle dum diddly diddly dum diddly diddly dum day. Hi, the diddly idle dum diddly diddly dum diddly diddly dum day. Hi, the diddly idle dum diddly diddly dum diddly diddly dum day. Hi, the diddly idle dum diddly diddly dum diddly diddly dum day.
All right, the Prodigals, great stuff. I think it's time we get that leprechaun guy, Liam the extra large leprechaun, here to give us a little bit of what's going on with the calendar. I see him over there. He's been pouring down a little bit of stale stout here today. Actually, he's been trying to get Tommy Toad to get his act together after he spent all last night in the bar after they didn't see him there. He got in the spirits, but you know, that's another story. But anyway, Liam, come on over here. Let's hear that schedule.
Well, hello, everybody. It is Liam, the extra-large leprechaun, and I'm here with the miirish.com calendar of events. But first of all, thanks to whoever got me this hard, sweet cider. I appreciate not having to go to the bar to get it, so thank you. Let's get right on to what's happening this week. Starting with tomorrow, Conklin Sessions, we talk about that. And down in Detroit at the Gaelic League, the Irish Language Circle at 7:15. Thursday, tune in to Sounds Like Ireland from Muskegon. You can do that online. It's great. If you're in Grand Rapids, live Irish music at Flanagan's every Thursday at 6 p.m. On Friday in Detroit, a couple of things going on at the Gaelic League. Either check our page or go to the GaelicLeague.com website and look for yourself. On Saturday, up in Gaylord, it's the one-day Gaylord Highland Games Festival. Begins at 9 o'clock. Great time watching all those heavy athletes throwing all that heavy stuff. Really nice time up there, and there's some other events going on in Gaylord. So 9 o'clock, the 17th. Check it out. At 1 p.m. in Grand Haven, Michigan, if you're going over to the Lake Michigan Shoreline Beach, take your instruments because there's a traditional Irish music session at the District Library. All the information is there. Charlotte has traditional Irish music sessions. Allegan, go down and see our friends Blarney Castle at Mill Grove Brewing at 8 p.m. And just across the border in South Bend, our good friends Pete and the Krill will be at Fiddler's Hearth, one of the great venues for Irish music in the Midwest. So check that out. We don't usually talk about out-of-state stuff, but that's a good one. Sunday, it's Father's Day, the 18th, and the Claddagh Irish Pub has a special going on, and all sorts of other great things. East Lansing has Celtic Women and the radio shows, and that's the day that I didn't mention that you can get into the Motor City Irish Fest at Greenmead in Livonia. You can bring your father, and he gets free entry on Father's Day. That wonderful event, let's back up just a little bit, starts on Friday and runs through Sunday. Might we recommend you look up the Motor City Irish Fest Facebook page or go to their website. You'll see all the information. You can just click on it on our calendar to get it. It's a great festival. incredible acts this year. They're bringing in Scythian, one of the nation's hottest groups. They've got the Druids from Ireland, the Steel City Rovers from Canada. They've gone international on us, and I'll be there as MC at one of the tents. So, again, look for all that information on the calendar. The weekend of the Motor City Irish Fest, do not forget it. And then regular stuff happening on Monday and Tuesday next week when we'll be back to talk about it. But let's get right into what happened at the Dirty Tree Pub this weekend. It was the annual charity golf outing weekend and on Saturday, and thanks to the weather, it was quite well attended. You can either laugh or agree. I like the fact that we at Live in the Pub and the White Crow Conservatory of Music, as well as MI Irish and BiddyMurphy.com, all sponsored holes for that great charitable thing. And one of the funniest things that's happened, we're going to run out of time here, I just got to tell you, Tony Baloney Moser, he's not here, I can say that. Tony doesn't play golf, but he had to have his own golf cart. So a couple of years ago, he bought one, brand new, had it customized with the big chrome wheels, lifted up high with a lift kit. Where the golf bags used to be or the back seat used to go, he put in a custom-built stainless steel insulated cooler that holds, 10 cases of beer, something like that with ice. And then he took Megan with an H as his server, and he drove around during the golf outing providing the cool beverages for the golfers for a nominal fee, all in fundraising, good thing. And for those of you who don't know, it was at the Crooked T, not the Crooked Tree, the Crooked T golf course just outside of Ragusa. It was a great time, but Tony also customized his cart, of course, put his company name on it so he could write it off with taxes. But he also put on an air horn, extra lights, and he actually had the motor pulled out and a high-performance engine put in. Apparently, there are garages that do that. Well, because of its speed and its higher point of gravity with the cooler and the raised kit on it and everything, it's a little tippy, especially when you turn. And, yep, exactly as you would think, at a high-speed run on the 8th fairway, he was taking beer to the Ragusa Public Safety Officers had a team, and he turned a little sharp to the left, and it just threw out Megan with an H. But luckily, she landed on her feet, kept running, and Tony righted the cart in time. And so all was good, but Tony thought it was so funny, he laughed so much, even though thankfully Megan was safe, that he decided to start doing figure eights as fast as he could, putting the cart on two wheels, bringing it down, putting it on the other two wheels, and just laughing, having a good old time. Well, as is the case usually, it's all fun and dandy until somebody gets hurt. And the cart tipped over on its right side, which would have been where Megan would have been, and would have crushed her probably. And beers spilled out, the glass bottles broke, and some of the cans exploded and started spraying. Of course, everybody was laughing except Tony. Tony smiled because he didn't want to show how much he was hurt. You think he might have broke a rib or cracked a rib because he tried to laugh, but it hurt too much. And amazingly, everybody else's sides hurt because they were laughing too hard. So there you have it. The Dirty Tree Golf Outing was last weekend. Lots going on. Don't forget the Motor City Irish Fest coming up this weekend in Livonia. We highly recommend it. And as always, my friends, stay Irish.
We certainly will, Liam. Man, what a day here at the Dirty Tree Pub. I think I'll have a stale stout just to relax a little bit. Let's hear a little bit more of the Prodigals. Get their CD up here. What do we have here? We have Jesse Hanna and Eileen Arun taking us out, and we'll see you next here, right here, live in the pub. Don't forget to check out our website. See you then.
I know a valley fair, Eileen Aroon. I know a cottage there, Eileen Aroon. Deep in the valley shade, I know a tender maid, flower of that shady glade, Eileen Aroon. Who in the dance so fleet, Eileen Aroon. Who in the song so sweet, Eileen Aroon. Dear are her charms to me, dear are her laughter free, dearest her constancy, Eileen Aroon. If she should prove untrue, Eileen Aroon, what would her lover do, Eileen Aroon? Fly with a broken chain, far o'er the sounding main, never to love again, Eileen Aroon. Decay, Eileen Aroon. Beauty must fade away, Eileen Aroon. Castles are sacked in war, chieftains are scattered far. Truth is a fixed star, Eileen Aroon. I know a valley fair, Eileen Aroon. I know a cottage there, Eileen Aroon. Deep in the valley shade, I know a tender maid, flower of that shady glade, Eileen Aroon. Oh, moor and barbancourt, mother's cake and the morning dew, candle on that midnight moor, I bow my head and I sing of you. Bridget sings my admiration, Thames will sweep love to the sea. Wait and weep for Phil, sweet whistling, songs of yours now sing to me, songs that sing of love forever. Whistle, sing, and call me now, no parting of the ways but ever carried on that river flow. Oh, moor and barbancourt, mother's cake and the morning dew, candle on that midnight moor, I bow my head and I sing of you. Sorrow's winter freezes over, morning summer flies away, yet the streams beneath still feed this river, sweeping on to our common bay, sweeping past the church's shadow. Mortal dreams are etched in stone, and the stones may raise their songs to heaven, and your song will raise, though I stand alone. Bowmore and Barbancourt, mother's cake and the morning dew, candle on that midnight moor. I bow my head and I sing of you, brother, father, husband, son, and the mother's cake and the morning dew. The candle lit to all you have done, and we bow our heads and we think of you.
This has been a White Crow production.